Hello, psychologically minded people. Today we're going to be talking about motivation. If you know what causes motivation and how it works, then you can get yourself to be more motivated to do things that you want to do, and you might even be able to motivate others. I'm sure we've all been in this situation where we think we want to do something, but we keep putting it off, or for some reason or another, we don't get around to it. That means the motivation to do that is low. And so what we want to do is increase the motivation so that we'll actually do and accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. They could be little things like washing the dishes, but it might be bigger things too, like looking for a new job or trying to find a partner or something like that. The other great thing about knowing how motivation works is that if we're with somebody and we want them to do something and they're not doing it, and we understand how motivation works, we may be able to intervene in a subtle way to get them more motivated to do it. There are actually two factors that increase or decrease motivation, and I'll show you how they work in conjunction with each other. The two factors are how big the prize is at the end if you do this behavior, and the second one is how likely is that prize to be forthcoming if you do the behavior. So let's look at it on a chart like this. You've got how important the prize is, how valuable it is. The higher the value of the prize, the more likely you are to do the behavior to get that prize. The other factor is how likely you are to actually get that prize if you do the behavior. So up here we've got 100% likelihood. If you do this behavior, you're 100% likely to get the expected reward. Down here we have 0% chance. So the higher likelihood that you're going to get the thing that you want, the more likely you are to be motivated to engage in that behavior. The ideal setting would be right about here. You've got the most valuable prize and it's 100% forthcoming. If I said you will earn $1 million and it is right here, 100% guarantee if you fill in the blank, there are so many things you would do for that. But if I said you get $1 and maybe you get it, there's a chance that even if you do the behavior, it might not happen, then you're less likely. So those are the two extremes. So the motivation you or anybody has to do something is basically based on the interplay between those two factors. It's as simple as that. So think about it. This may make a lot of sense to you. Think about a time where you were supposed to do something and you felt unmotivated to do it. Okay, you got that? Now, think about what was the benefit? What would the prize be? What's the reward? What's the reinforcer? Whatever you want to call it, that you would get if you did the behavior. It could be money, it could be to make somebody happy, it could be just to make yourself feel good, So think what the prize was, and then rate on a scale from 0 to 10. How valuable was that to you? And the second factor is how likely was the reward to be forthcoming if you did the behavior? And I think you'll find in any situation where you're not motivated, one or both of those factors is just too low. The opposite's also true. Times where you've been motivated to do something, you can see that one or maybe both of those factors was quite high. The next time you're with somebody, maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's your child, maybe it's your parent if you're the child, or a friend or whomever, that you know you want to motivate to do something. Think about what is in it for them. What benefit would they achieve? And is that valuable to them? Is that something they actually want? And then think, is the likelihood very high that the outcome would be what they want? And you will see that the motivation of the other person to engage in the behavior will increase, and the person will in fact do the thing you want them to do if you have some control over either or both of those two factors. There you have it. Now you know how motivation works, how to motivate other people, how to motivate yourself. And I'm not saying that this solves all the problems and that you're going to have everybody eating out of your hand and doing your bidding and doing whatever you want. All I'm saying is that if you're not able to get that to happen, that means you haven't figured out what that person's prize is, and you haven't figured out a way to make them know that it's a guaranteed prize. And if you can figure that out, then you will get people to eat out of the palm of your hand and do your bidding. So until then, good luck. I'll see you in the next video. This is Dr. Scott Greenaway signing off. And remember, psychology works.